the Inner Talk podcast. We'll no topic is off limits. Now here's your host, my daddy, and Void of Soul. Thank you for coming to the Inner Talk podcast. Boom, shalak, boom.
In 3, 2, 1. Boom, shalak, boom, everybody. My name is Ryan Westall, back with another amazing, hopefully funny episode of Neanderthal Podcast with Aaron Scarbrough. Oh, give me your whole name.
Madi Stancic.
Madi Stancic. A couple of stand-up comics, so they say.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Aaron, welcome back. It's been a while.
Thanks for having me back. I look for excuses to come to Independence.
Yeah.
Wait, I forgot. Wait, is that protected information? I apologize. It's good to be back in Florida or wherever. I don't
Independence, Florida. Could you imagine this city in Florida?
Yes.
Can and have.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Independence is more like the Florida of Kansas City.
Is it? Sure.
Used to be, right?
Yeah. I'm just like, where's the Disney World? Because that's the one thing in Florida that
That's
other
the Independence
people like.
Center.
I mean,
Event,
Disney World, as we know, is for idiots, but a lot of people like it.
A lot of idiots out there.
A lot of idiots.
A lot of idiots.
A lot of Disney adult idiots.
Aaron, what's new, buddy? When was the last time you were here?
I don't know. It was like during the pandemic, I think.
Okay.
Or whatever. It's still going on, as we know, but it's just getting started, as I understand. But what's been going on?
Yeah, what's new? What's been up with you since
Oh,
then?
man.
Traveling the country, touring?
I've been bipping and a bopping and telling dirty jokes,
Yeah.
as Thin Lizzy once said. Do you know Thin Lizzy, Charles? Look into it. Invite a little mischief into your life.
All right, man. How long you been doing the stand-up game?
Like 2.5 years.
Oh, so
coming
you're
up on
pretty
3.
new to it.
Yeah.
You're a little loud over there, too. Sorry. We did this whole mic check and everything.
Mm.
What got you started?
I don't know. Just
How old are you?
28.
So about 26, you're 25, you started thinking about
Yeah.
it? Just was there anything that motivated?
I'm just not good at serving tables. I've been
Really?
doing
Is
it.
that
Yeah, I've
what
been
it
doing
is?
it for like 10 years. I'm still not good at it.
Where did you serve at?
At Habaneros, it was like this Mexican restaurant for a long time.
With the airplane on top.
Yeah. Yeah. And I worked.
Gross,
Yeah.
by the way.
Mhm.
Gross.
Yeah, it was fun though. We had fun. But I work at a barbecue place now, and
Ooh.
yeah, the Improv. They asked me.
The Improv is the barbecue joint that you work at. That's
No,
funny.
the barbecue places asked me not to mention them ever.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did run it by them. They were like, please, no.
Are
Oh,
you
no.
serious?
Yeah.
How come? Your
I'm not a good server. I need to emphasize that. They do not want my face to be.
I thought it was because your comedy was that bad.
Oh, it's a little combination though.
No, it's not. So Maddie started comedy because she saw me, and it was inspired by it, as I
He
understand.
molded my little brain.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Wait, is this true?
He did took me to my first open mic.
That's what I've been telling people.
Okay.
Thank you.
She also paints too, so
Yep.
she's kind of a copycat, you might say.
He's too good.
I
I can't
did see one of your painting, Pee Wee Herman in a theater with his angel wings.
Rest in privacy.
Did
I
you
like
bring that?
I think I did. Yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to show artwork on this show. Is it?
Aaron, there's
brought it
nothing you can't do on this show.
I'm sorry, I'm so polite, Ryan.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh yeah, Charles, look at this. Put that on the camera. Is it showing up good? Yes. Look at that. For all of those out there listening, most of you guys listen, but if you go on over to my YouTube, you can check out this hilarious painting of Pee Wee Herman in a theater. That's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
It's fine.
You do good stuff too, okay, Aaron?
Yeah.
I got your piece hanging up right behind me.
Yeah. Yeah. They say the pencil adds 80 pounds. Yeah, that's my rendition of Brandon Patrick, and I can't figure out why he doesn't like it. But I
He doesn't like it.
I made more of him to love. I don't see what's going on.
It's so good that Don't take this as a negative comment.
Oh, I hope it is.
But I follow you on this. I've always followed you since I first met you. I've always really liked you.
Thank you. Likewise.
And your paintings are good.
They're fine.
They're fine, but I love the pencil shit. Is just I think we've talked about this before. It takes so much longer to do that.
For me, yeah.
For you, I love the detail you get in. I love the contrast of black and white.
Dude.
I don't know. I love that stuff. I love it.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that I've gotten so much worse since then.
At that?
Yeah. So what's going on with my artwork is that my brain's deteriorating and it's just showing, and I can't see. But for some reason, like the worse I get, the more paintings I sell.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're just getting.
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
Why do you say they're getting worse?
They just objectively are. I don't know. They're not actually getting worse. Like I'm being facetious or whatever. I'm just getting lazier, but it's changing my style. Like laziness is kind of where painting style comes from sometimes.
Really?
Or maybe it's just me.
But I don't
know. You can pump them out faster.
Is that something you grapple with, knowing you're being lazy and knowing you're not doing your best? Or do you think you're doing your best by being lazy?
Well, I would say that my enormous ego kind of overpowers all of that. And yeah, like, I don't know, you just like, it's like with anything else, you just find shortcuts. Like, I presume, I don't know, maybe you, like, at your other job or whatever, maybe you're trying to climb the ladder or whatever, but
nope.
If you're anything like me, you just, like, when I have had regular jobs, like, I don't become a good employee. Like, that's not the goal. The goal is to suck up to whoever you have to be able to just be a lazy idiot. Or that's how I live my life. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what you guys do, but
I'm pretty lazy. I don't know. I think I'm lazy. Other people don't think I am, but I know I am.
Yeah.
When I'm.
But is it laziness sometimes, or is it just being clever? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the line that I like to tell. And then, like, I have this dork friend from New York. He's a dear guy or whatever, Joe Nunnick. I love him.
He's great.
Dear friend.
He's hilarious.
But he's such a little art institute brat, and he fucking just makes these snotty little comments at me, trying to tell me my paintings aren't done. And I'm just like, oh, good eye, Joe. You cracked the case. I'm not that good. Duh. Like, I don't know. Not to, whatever. I wish to reiterate that he's a friend. That's how I treat my friends, though.
He's been on the show before.
Oh, has he?
Yeah. It was during COVID, and I did it. It was so silly. I had it set up through a publicist type person who I know fairly well. She's helped me get guests before. She gets people to get on my show.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so she got him to do my show. Like, I'm doing a piss poor job of describing this. Anyways, she told him to come on my show and to do it on Zoom. And this was during COVID. And during the interview, I was like, man, I didn't know you were in Kansas City. You could have just came to my studio. He goes, I didn't know that was an option. I was like, I told your lady it was an option.
Yeah.
Just them Zoom ones. I can't handle that.
Yeah, no.
Not fun.
What do you have to say about that, Madi?
Yeah, Madi. Come on into the conversation.
That's even your real name?
I'll be on, even if it's Zoom. I don't care. Have me on.
Yeah.
So part of the game, I think all three of us, heck, we can say all four with Charles sitting over here, is we're all in kind of the content creation game or creative game in one form or another. And it sucks, at least to me, the aspect of like pimping yourself.
Yeah, I struggle with that.
It's hard not to be cringe.
It's a whole nother job. It's like, this is what I do. I don't want this other job of promotion and commercializing.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that, Maddie?
Well, the painting one's easy because it's like I'm excited about, once it's finished. And these ones are like, I did this in like a day or so just because I thought of it and I thought it was funny. Push it out, you know? And that's easy if I can like back it up. Why are you smiling?
Oh, I'm just biting my tongue. I want to make fun of you, but never mind. Go on.
No, but yeah. Painting makes it easy to post. Fuck off.
All right.
What are we missing here? What are we missing here? Why is that so funny?
Oh, it's not. I swear to God, it's not. I want to make fun of her, and I'm trying to not come off like a dick.
Why wouldn't you make
I'm
fun of
just
her?
laughing. I don't know. Carry on. Go.
That's it.
Pretend I'm not here, please.
No, that's it. And like a clip if it's a good one. I'm not a daily poster, so it's not.
You have to be.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not
what they say.
successful.
Yeah. Isn't that great? People are like, girl, you gotta have a fucking budget or whatever. It's just like, well, I'm not good.
So
Haven't won anything yet.
I'm not gonna change my ways. I'm sorry. I thought of it.
So pre-pandemic, I would go to the Rhino. I've been to a couple open mics, and I was, I noticed the comedy scene, but I got into it on. It doesn't. I'm not going to bring that up. I just haven't been back since the pandemic. What is the comedy scene in Kansas City like right now?
It's popping.
Aaron could probably answer a little bit more since he was there kind of pre-COVID and post-COVID. Like, how is...
True, but one thing that you should know about Maddie is that before she started comedy, she like observed it like a psycho for years, and just
nice.
gradually
Laying the
gradually made her like descent into
It's called
whatever.
the Japanese call that the Kaizen method, I think.
I kind of did that after I started comedy too. Nobody knew who I was until like 6 months in, which was beautiful because I wasn't.
And most guys, just like me included, like are just drunkenly stumble into comedy out of like just complete delusion, But
Delusion,
Maddie was the
ego.
opposite. Maddie was like,
calculated.
yeah, she was like early Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever, just kind of studying fucking body parts or whatever, so to speak.
Well, it's a lot easier. I think it's easier to be a starting female comic than a male comic. Would you agree with that? Just because I think you have an easier fast track to get ahead of a lot of people that have been in it for a while. Because like, oh shoot, there's a woman. Let's get this woman in here. Those are so rare.
Yeah.
And if you're
Here's the thing.
Funny.
That might exist at a case-by-case basis or whatever. But that's also counteracted by just like people think like the stigma of like, oh, girls just talk about their pussy or whatever. And it's just like they do, but as I don't know. And I hate to speak for all women here, but but it's just like I don't know. I like the ones who are just like, yeah, what of it? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna talk about my clit.
well, I mean,
I like that.
every dude comic is always talking about their dick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's funnier than a dick joke?
Yeah.
A clit joke.
I don't
Maybe.
know. I think that jokes about Lee Harvey Oswald are funnier, but and I don't have any. I didn't mean to give that impression.
Where did that come from?
I don't
Lee Harvey
joke.
Oswald.
Oh, he's always on my mind.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because I've cracked
Big in
the
a
case.
conspiracy?
I'm the first guy to figure it out.
All right. What I thought Tucker Carlson told us that the CIA did it.
Well, he, while being like a bloated fucking, I don't know, just a frozen dinner dynasty prince, fucking dork. He happens to be right a couple times a year.
Tucker?
Yeah. And like what fucking Fox does all the time is they will just like insert like a little bit of a populist like anti-establishment message into something because they know it's true, even though they do everything in their power to maintain that establishment.
Well, he's not on Fox anymore.
Of
he's
course.
on his own.
Right. And whatever. Like,
Even he got
he's
too
off
dangerous
in
for Fox.
fucking Dorkville. Like, whatever.
I like the guy. He makes me laugh. His laugh makes me laugh. He's got such a funny, weird little. Oh,
yeah. Well, he is like. I like him in the sense that I like the Riddler or whatever.
yeah. The old school Riddler.
And Tucker Carlson has the same appeal as like fucking Roger Stone or something, where it's just like he knows that he's evil.
Oh, that's a misrepresentation. I don't think he's evil.
Tucker Carlson.
I don't think he's evil at all.
Well, he's like this fucking like I know I have a chip on my shoulder about like people who come from like extreme wealth, but I do, and yeah, he's just an arrogant little fucking prince, and I know it takes one to know one.
But I think the truth is often arrogant, and I think oftentimes he's true about not everything. I don't agree with the dude about everything,
Yeah.
but there's some things I just like that he pushes back on a lot of some of the mainstream narratives, and then got a lot of shit for it.
Well,
like I like that he's not pro-war. I like that he had a lot of questions about the pandemic and everything swirling around that.
yeah.
So that's what I'm into. I don't know.
You know what try not to throw up, but you know what I think about when it comes to like political talking and whatever, like whenever I'm having these conversations, my favorite human being in this world is Cornel West. And we need, if you're listening, comrades, we need your vote.
Well, he's such
in
no.
24.
How disappointing is that? He just dropped out of the Green Party and is going independent. Now he's only going to be on like available to vote for in like 28 states. I think he's a Biden shill. I think the whole thing was a ploy to get some stuff out there.
That's fine.
Some people talking against him.
Hey, Ryan, can you listen?
No.
Listen. I have adopted more of a vibes-based system. You can keep your little hard facts. I go off of vibes,
okay.
And I like the vibes that I get from Mr. Cornel West.
Okay,
he's just adorable. Have you seen him?
I've seen him for years.
And he could be talking to
Brother Aaron.
He could be talking to Henry Kissinger, and he would be like, "Now listen, my brother." Yeah. He acknowledges everyone's humanity before he says what, and you cannot not just fall in love with that. I think like
he'll have a decent conversation. Like he'll have a civil conversation with the most ardent disagreeer of his. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a great communicator.
He is. I mean, let's face it, he's better than Jesus.
I'd never heard him.
Have you seen? Have I ever made
I
you
think so.
listen to Cornel West? He's just he's my happy thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brother Cornel.
That's
what I'm going to name my firstborn child. Is Cornel West Scarbrough.
Who's the lucky lady?
Huh?
Who's the lucky lady?
I don't know. I got to find one. Yeah. I'm trying to have some kids soon.
On purpose?
Just putting out some feelers.
Just whoever's looking to make a baby?
Yeah. I got to carry on this legacy.
I bet you can put a Facebook ad out there for something like that.
Make a reel.
Can, but won't. I'm lazy.
You know, they put out, I don't remember what college, university it was, and to be honest, it was probably China or some shit like that. But they've had some Neanderthal DNA. And said if there's any woman out there that would like to host this Neanderthal baby, we'll inject you with it. Mm-hmm. And many a woman signed up. Like there was a fist fight at the sign-up sheet for that thing.
I've hosted many.
So there's hope out there. If there's these women ready to get knocked up by a Neanderthal sperm, who doesn't want Aaron Scarbrough comedic genius raised by a falconer bloodline?
Well, let me tell you something. I've recently learned how to take compliments, and even though you said a bunch of things that I don't believe, my response is always the same. It's always like, "Well, thanks for noticing." Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for noticing.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Are those treats kicking in yet?
Oh, who can tell? I tell you this.
so.
I take
Yeah?
hallucinogens enough that even when I'm not tripping, I am kind of walking around in Candyland, so to speak.
You've made a drastic change since I first met you.
Oh, I know.
Like, you have become,
Thank you for noticing.
like,
Thank you for noticing.
I wish I would have, like, you'll never drink again? Are you?
Yeah, I don't need it, as
You
it
don't
turns
need
out.
it.
Yeah, and you know what else I didn't need was any of those stupid 12-step programs. God, fuck those ninnies.
Did they work? They never worked for you? Did you?
I just, I did it on my own. I was too powerful.
All right, so you were like, I got to know what's happened to you, because you were kind of, I don't know that meek
Oh, yeah.
might be the right word, but a little more soft smoking, a little kind of in your shell a little bit.
Well,
And now you're like, I don't know, you're a little bit more energetic. You got a little bit more of a swagger to you.
let me tell you what happened. So,
You were with a woman that you were wanting to be with, and I said, don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
do it. Do you remember that conversation?
yeah, I do. But listen,
All right.
here's the thing.
All ears.
I have to learn everything the hard way.
Yeah.
I'm just one of those guys.
Hey, aren't we all?
Listen, that person I was in a relationship with, I just want to say she's awesome. That she's not the problem. I got broken up with. I needed that to happen. I went through like a horrible, severe depression where I was convinced that I was not only like not funny, but just like the worst, most cringe comedian in the world.
Damn. Not a fun way to go through life every day.
Right, no. Yeah, and that period lasted about 6 months.
I've had some crazy ass depression. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I know how it goes.
I tried a lot of stuff. I tried hiking. And I say hiking. I went on a couple trails. And I tried jogging for like 4 days.
Oh, you got to do it for more than that.
Then I got on SSRIs eventually, and that still didn't really like do anything. But let me tell you about LSD.
Tell me. I'm all ears.
So, I got to a point of desperation where I wasn't like suicidal anymore, necessarily, but I was like completely without any like confidence or like will to live. And when you get to that point, like the things that scare you about stuff like LSD, it gets to be like, oh, what? Am I going to have a bad trip? It's like, my life is a bad trip. I'm driving for DoorDash. Like, what am I worried about right now?
Yeah. And you don't have kids or anything like that. Yeah.
And so, yeah, I got what turned out to be just like the most phenomenal like artifact of LSD around.
What does that even mean?
Like I mean like it's a rare. And I'm basing this on the guy who sold it to me, but
I miss that about drug culture. It's the shit that killed JFK.
Right. Well, the CIA.
No, go on.
Go on. All right. Yeah, we can't get into that now. All right. So I tried that, and it just I was skeptical about it, but it just completely.
You just said you just woke up one day and said, "Hey, I know, just a light bulb goes off your house. Let me try LSD."
Mm-hmm.
Random. How does that? That's a weird fucking thought. Aaron.
Right. I know.
But how would you even know where to find it?
Well, I just.
And not only did you,
hang out with a lot of guys that look exactly like me. That's how you find it. And anyway, I tried it, and it just it wasn't any, because I had tried mushrooms before, and I expected it to be like that, and it wasn't like that at all. It was just it felt like a surge through my body, just like giving me like energy that I hadn't felt in a really long time. And it just, all of the things in my life that were bothering me, like I was convinced that I had like a learning disability, and no one knew that, or I was the only one who didn't know, And I don't know, like on my trip, I just like, it rewired my brain to think of it differently. And now I'm like, I don't know. All the things that I was insecure about, I just fucking lean into now. My inability to pay attention, like my quote unquote laziness or whatever, and I've just been like kind of turning it into art.
Okay.
And I've just been absolutely atrocious to people on the internet. But I've never I've never fought back to people before, and I know that like most what they want to hear about LSD is like oh, it's made peace, love, or whatever.
Right.
And yeah, but I don't know, it just made me not scared of anything anymore. And like the more I keep waiting for LSD to scare me, I keep waiting for the bad trip that everyone's talking about. And I've performed on it, I paint on it, whatever. And yeah, I know that's like shocking. I'm safe about it, but
Yeah, I mean,
just I don't know, if you're worried about me, fuck off, I guess.
I'm not worried about you. I want you to keep doing it.
There's other people that are like, I wouldn't do that. And
it's like,
worried
about
yeah,
what,
exactly.
though? It's not.
Yeah.
LSD isn't. I mean,
people. Yeah, it can cause all kinds of problems. But
I guess if you're maybe predisposed to certain ailments, it might be bad for you. But
yeah, I'm
roll
predisposed.
them dice,
Well,
baby.
yeah, it wants to kill me. Get in line, like fucking get in line behind diabetes and fucking cancer.
Wait, you're diabetic?
And, no, but it's in
thank
my
God.
family and all this shit, and I eat candy constantly.
It sounds like you're on coke. By the way, you're sniffing.
Really?
You're sniffing every.
So
5
people keep
seconds.
saying that. I promise you, I am
No, I know you're not. You would have
I've
been taking a lot of
dude,
trips to the bathroom. If
I
you
am
were.
way too cool for that now. Yeah.
So you're just kind of embracing
Mm-hmm.
everything that you thought was negative about you and leaning into it. And
That's one thing that's going on. Also, I'm just like constantly, I snapped back into painter mode where I'm just looking at everything like, oh my God, that's a painting right there. Like,
Okay.
why are you guys not seeing that? Like, and I'm just like, I'm painting fucked up shit. I'm making paintings of John Wayne Gacy. Do you want to see?
I do want to see. Yeah. You brought some painting. You brought some art too. Nice.
I
It's a show
kind
and
of,
tell.
I stopped.
Yeah, I love this.
I stopped worrying about being cringe, and I stopped worrying about being scary. It's like,
You
I
and
am a little bit scary. I don't care.
I believe you and I years ago had a conversation on here about some kind of dream scenario, and I said this is the painting I want if there were any artists out there, and I think it was Trump laying down being milked by Putin with a bald eagle flying in the background. It was some kind of thing like that. All right, we got a John Wayne Gacy clown. Can the camera see that? That's again for
That's
those
fine.
that want to see this artwork, you can watch this show on Spotify or go to youtube.com/something Neanderthal podcast. Come check this art out.
Yeah.
All right, well that's not necessarily like mind blowing. Oh my God,
No.
you took acid and made John Wayne Gacy. Whoop-de-doo.
No, but I've been bringing this on stage and talking about it.
What are you saying about it?
Basically the point behind like the exercise behind
Do a
like,
bit
painting
right now.
this. It's not really. I mean, I do kind of say this exactly like this on stage and whatever, but the point in doing something like this is just proving that like I don't agree with everything that he did. But I love his aesthetic. Like, I love his vibe. It's just, like, scary. And it's, you know, if you take out, you know, what he did, and just think of it as, like, this man just really didn't give a fuck. It's like, I don't know.
Now,
it's kind of fun to think about. Yeah, it gets scary quickly. But,
all right,
yeah.
Before we go on, you're proud of this?
Yes, this is, and to remind you, if you're listening and you're like disturbed, good, it works.
I'm not disturbed.
But yeah, this isn't him. You don't have to be scared. It's just a pretty
I'm not
picture.
scared, but see, I look at that, and then I look at the Brandon Patrick thing you did over here, and I'm like, I'm not terribly impressed by this. It just looks
well. Do you
like
do you
I'm
remember
not an
the
artist,
part?
but
Do you remember now the part when I said
You're
that
lazy?
I've gotten worse?
I mean, now is the
when
hand,
I say
now,
things,
look at the hand. Hold on, look at the hand.
It's a concept.
Is the hand supposed to be like? Is that? Do you not know how to draw hands? And you're just like, let me make this fun.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of true. I don't really know, but people keep buying them.
I'm not mad at. I love that people are buying them. I'm just trying. I know art is subjective, and so I'm just curious about like. I look at them like I hate to sound like the guy. Oh, my 8-year-old can do that, but
no, that's
my
the point.
8-year-old can't do that. But it's just like, all right.
No, that's the fucking point.
And people are buying.
The point is I'm a very smart child.
No, that's is that Neil deGrasse?
I'm a gifted child.
I'm looking at it upside down. Hold on.
Sure.
Oh no,
could
that's
be.
Saddam Hussein.
It's whoever you want it to be, basically. But no, it is Saddam with a earring.
Now that's much better.
Well, here's the thing. So people keep asking me. They come up and they're like,
Did you do it
"Is
with the
that
pencil
is
first?
that Fidel Castro?" And I'm like, "Bitch, no, I traced it.
How?
It's Saddam. I know it's Saddam. I
Did you-
traced it.
Okay.
Fuck off." Yeah.
Did you trace it? Because it looks very.
I did.
It
yeah.
looks very.
And I
okay.
normally don't. You know, just to clear my name.
You're killing me here.
Well, there's more. It gets worse.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So this here is a lady.
I like
and
that.
I fucked up her head. I'll be honest. So I put a snail over it. All right.
Now, here's what I like about it. I like this as like a concept art, but then you would blow that up on like a giant canvas. Or is that the piece?
We're working on it right now. But yeah, I mean, I bring this shit on stage, and eventually I am gonna get it to where they can see it on a big thing.
There you go.
But that's in, I don't know, phase 7 probably.
Not in the budget right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
A
A
bird.
I'm not gonna waste your time with Bluebird and Durag.
Do you have jokes aligned with? Is this like a
Yeah.
joke book?
It's a joke.
Well,
book.
give us some jokes. Come on, help us out here. Other than that, we're just looking at art.
No, it's you never ask a comedian to do that.
I'm not
because then the
Hold
jig
on.
is up.
I'm not asking.
Oh no, they're gonna know that I'm an idiot.
Aaron, I'm not asking. I'm telling. I'm telling you to do it.
You're gonna find out that I'm fake.
We all know comics are fake. That they're not really laughing at the joke that they've told for the very first time. They've told that joke 100 times.
The big secret, the big secret is that my jokes are just like they're not good jokes.
Oh no, that's not true. You're fucking hilarious. You crack me
Well, it's
up.
not because the joke's good. It's just because like I'm insufferable. I think.
No, you are very funny. I love your comedy.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find something that'll be worth your time.
Ooh.
I didn't trace this.
Damn, that's good.
I just walk around with my backpack, and it has all of these treasures in it. Over $400,000 worth of artwork. I price it.
I like that. What are you gonna do with that? Can I hang that next to?
No, you can't have that.
Why not?
Bitch, you can't afford that unless you're getting some fucking Blue Chew money.
No, we're on Hims over here.
You're on Hims, really?
No, I'm
That
not.
would be that would be amazing.
No, we're on that Rhino 5000 dick pill at the Phillips 66.
Yeah.
You ever mess with one of them?
Wait.
A gas station dick pill.
Oh no, actually, no. The other people, whenever they experience erectile dysfunction, they get something to take care of it, but I just try to ride it out.
You just try to squeeze it and shove it in.
I
And hope for the best.
I just say, well, we'll find new hobbies, I guess.
You guys know that move where you're like halfway there, so you just like squeeze the base and like put it in and just like, come on, hopefully this will hopefully the mind of my dick will take over.
Yeah.
And like, all right, it's go time. I don't wake me up. Sometimes just needs a good squeeze and a dive in the pool to kind of get woken up. A little shock therapy. Both of you should know about that, right?
Conversation will do it.
Ryan, that was very crass, and I don't stand for such things.
Am I alone?
Sometimes just good conversation will get it there.
For the guy?
Yeah.
I can't get it up. I'm halfway. Squeezing it's not doing. So what are we talking about?
Let's get to the root of the problem.
Good.
And you have like just a therapy session right there. Okay. That works. That you've done that and that's been able to do it.
No, but it's worth a shot.
Oh no, we need to put information out there that's gonna really help people out there. No, see, I need help from a woman. What have you had success with helping a guy that is having an issue for whatever reason? It's not your fault, but he's just like, I'm squeezing as hard as I can. It's not working.
Hard men have not.
Not an
don't
issue?
know any.
Okay.
haven't partaken.
Well, listen. I've had whiskey dick a time or two. It happens. And I'm 43.
That's why I stopped drinking.
So I tried the gas station pills once.
And they worked too good.
No, it gave me an anxiety attack. I'm
Really?
like, oh my God, what? Like, because I'm not an upper guy anymore. I used to be. I would do lines of whatever.
Yeah.
I would get crazy and then go run 5 miles and exercise. Like my heart would be probably a constant 170 beats per minute. But now it gets above like 160 and I'm like, I think I'm having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I need to go to the hospital right now. Somebody call an ambulance. Someone take me there. Like, help. Oh my God, what's going on?
That's so stressful.
Yeah, it is stressful. Life after kids is stressful for me.
It's going to be for me.
As soon as you find that lucky
I'm going to
lady.
have a lot of them all over the place. I'm gonna. If
Right, Sean
Picasso
Kemp.
can do it, I can too.
Picasso was prolific?
Oh my God, he was a bastard. Yeah, they all were.
right.
Lucian Freud. Those are the two that I know. But
I don't know Lucian Freud.
so here's a little nugget for you.
You an art
You know
student?
Sigmund Freud, right?
Yeah.
I believe it was his grandson. And he's my one of my favorite painters of all time. But that's only because like one of the only books I've ever read is about him. And so I base everything off of that. But he was just an absolute cunt, and he fathered so many bastards. And then he like wouldn't let them have his phone number, like and he painted them. It was fucked up, and I'm not going to emulate that part of him or whatever, but I read about people like that because it makes me feel better about my shit.
That makes sense.
It's like, oh, I've got some leeway.
He like wouldn't see them unless he painted them. Like that was like the trade-off.
Yeah, I kind of
Really?
brushed past that. He was a monster.
How do you get to that kind of status in life? I won't talk to you unless you're on my podcast.
Yeah, right.
I might start doing that.
You can.
Or like hand out business cards that just say, I will not talk to you unless you've been on my podcast, and then flip it over and it's got all my podcast information on there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really working on either being loved or hated.
There you go.
Yeah.
I want to be hated. Hate me.
I see. I don't want that
Yeah,
for
I'm not
me,
there.
but
Yeah, I want to get there.
I just
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
brave.
Do you care if we at some point take a smoke break? And you don't even have to edit this out.
You want to take a break right now?
I'm a baby, and I just like to smoke cigarettes.
We'll take a break.
Okay.
All right.
Is that okay?
Let's take a break.
It is.
All right.
It's your world, baby. I'm just living in it.
I just got cold.
No, you're fine. All right, everybody.
Sorry, Maddie had to take a smoke break.
Maddie Light in the building.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Maddie,
Maddie.
when did you realize you were funny?
Oh, I don't know.
I still haven't told her.
Okay. Is he your mentor? Do you have a mentor?
Kinda.
Your comic mentor?
No, not really. Just kind of been wandering through life.
Are you looking for one? Are you looking for someone to kind of, I don't know, not team up with, but just like have someone that you're familiar with that's in the comic scene that kind of maybe help guide you, or if they have questions, like.
Just everybody, you know.
Okay.
It's a very communal thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Kind. Well, this last weekend was the festival, so it was like how many comics were here?
How many comics were here? I don't know. It seemed like a lot, but there were a lot of like boyfriends and girlfriends and partners.
But it's fun. They're just meeting friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about.
But it's a very supportive scene. Like you can just.
I feel
like as far like there's toxic people or whatever, but
Who are they?
I mean, I don't even know. I and everyone knows this about me, but I just avoid any responsibility, and I don't participate in anything. I show up places, but I don't like I book a showcase technically at the Rhino with Ryan, but I don't do anything.
Catch a Rising Star?
Catch a Trying
God
Star.
damn it, I knew that.
Oh,
I knew that.
it's fine.
Catch a Trying Star with
yeah.
Ryan Tricky.
Yeah.
very funny.
Very funny man.
He is funny.
He still likes Marvel movies. It's adorable. And I call him my little Winter Soldier.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I'm not a Marvel guy.
Exactly, because you've grown up. You hear that, Ryan? You hear that, Ryan? I know you're crying with your buddy Joe right now, but you guys, as my friends, you must stop like disagreeing with me at all.
Listen,
otherwise there will be more attacks.
The Marvel movies.
My demands must be met.
You shouldn't. I don't think you should be an adult and be into Marvel movies. I have a 10-year-old son, and he loves the new Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The across the universe ones. Fuck, they're good. Damn, they're good. And
Yeah.
I'm not a Marvel guy. I was kind of a DC guy, if I was anything, just because I like Batman. Really, Punisher was cool. But I don't know. I could never really get into the Marvel
Isn't Punisher
movies.
sweet? Like the
sweet,
John
right?
Bernthal one was just phenomenal. Like, and I hate Marvel stuff, but and then it was it's been purchased by Disney, so I don't know. I assume they're gonna soften it up a little bit, but I thought the first run was it was so dark, gritty, you know.
Oh, Disney's gonna do the Punisher?
Well, they own everything, you know. Like
Okay. They do?
Yeah.
DC and Marvel?
No, they don't own DC
Well,
yet.
Punisher's
but-
DC, right?
No, he's Marvel.
Oh, wow. See, that's
He's
how little I
Marvel,
know.
but he's
I was
Marvel,
never
but
a
they
nerd
kind of
like
keep
that.
him under wraps
I got
because
laid
he's
in
scary.
high school.
He's too scary for Disney World.
That's what I'm thinking.
And
That's
he it depends on like which Punisher line you read or whatever.
Wait, Disney's gonna do Punisher?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be like a Samoan woman.
Well,
Like they're gonna recast it.
fuck, I hope so.
Yeah.
That was my idea, but but yeah, I hate Disney so much.
Okay.
And not for normal reasons. I just hate how they keep Ryan in a state of arrested development. Won't let him grow up.
Well, I mean, some people just have Peter Pan syndrome, and they're stuck at that young age forever.
Yeah.
And
Well-
we're sitting across from one right now. Let me tell you,
I'm
I'm just a big kid with a wallet. That's all I am.
a lot of us feel that way, but
A lot of us. Yeah.
a lot of us kind of are. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what can we do about it? What's up
Well,
over there?
you could do
You're
it.
awfully quiet.
You could.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping I
yeah.
don't get called out for still being a child.
You could do what Maddie does and call in to like one of her 2 days of work every week.
It's too easy.
What can I? You can't. Don't tell us what it is, but can I guess a few and you tell me if I'm wrong?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you live in the. I won't say
Well,
where you
yeah,
live.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say where you live, but okay. I'm gonna say.
You're right.
Q39.
No.
Okay.
No, they have a test to make, like an aptitude test to get into that one.
And what's
Maddie could never make
What's
it.
the one in Westport? What's the one in Westport?
That's cute.
No. What is it? It's got the yard games in the back.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that? Wait, I don't know.
Pig.
Well, so it's that one.
Yeah.
What is the name of that one? Well, it used to be where the country bar was, where they had the rodeo bull in there. What was the name of that country bar? Come on, how Kansas City are you guys?
Not very.
It started with a B. Oh, fuck. People are yelling at it right now. The Beaumont.
The
Beaumont
Club. I saw Manchester Orchestra there.
I saw Toadies. The Toadies.
Oh, nice. I don't know them, but
90s grind.
I should know them.
I'm not going to start singing there. So
You fuck with like stoner metal at all?
Give me some. What's stoner metal?
I want.
What the fuck is stoner metal?
Oh God, are you ready to hear?
I'm ready to hear.
You're talking to the guy. Kind of. My friends who actually like get into that stuff. They're dorks. They don't do anything.
What is stoner metal?
So stoner metal is like a subgenre of metal that is like really started with Black Sabbath's Master of Reality, which was the lore behind it is that like the guitarist, Tony Iommi or something, I don't know, but I know I said I was the guy, but the guitarist for Black Sabbath, who was phenomenal, by the way.
Is that Ozzy Osbourne?
No, he just sang, but
that's what I'm saying.
But yeah, that's his band.
Yeah.
Oh man. So they have this album called Master of Reality where the guitarist like had injured his hand, so to accommodate that, they just dropped all of the tuning down so to loosen up the strings, and they played slower metal and thus created sludge metal, really like and stoner metal. And the songs are like about weed and fucking LSD, I presume. There's the first track starts, it's called Sweet Leaf, and it starts with a cough.
Nice.
And it just goes into like a riff that at that time was just completely out of this world. And that became like through the Melvins, who are this Seattle band. Like they were one of the pioneers of it, kind of, and they inspired Kurt Cobain as well, by the way. Like that became grunge. But so you have the Melvins after Black Sabbath, and they're everything they do is like kind of a nod to Black Sabbath, it feels like, too. Like the singer's name is like Buzz Osborne. Yeah, and I don't know if that's his like.
This is all stoner metal.
Yeah. So
me
Melvins are like just a phenomenal listen as well. If you can get past like the abrasive nature of King Buzzo's voice, then there are treasures that you can't imagine.
Okay.
These guys do not give a fuck. Their lyrics are completely chosen because they're words that sound cool together. There is no meaning behind them. And the guy looks like a wizard. He's just phenomenal, and he plays these insane guitar riffs while singing too.
What's
He's like
the good
most,
song? The Honey Bucket.
That's a great one. So
Revolve?
People disagree. I think I like the stuff that's off of Stoner Witch.
1994 Stoner Witch.
Yeah, Revolve is like a great. So it's one of their most popular songs, but it also happens to be one of the best. I fucking love these guys so much.
He's got me on them.
Yeah, wait till you hear his fucking voice. You'll be like, I didn't know we could do that.
How long does this go on for?
See, that's the thing about stoner metal. They know they want you to trail off a little bit.
They
Like,
want you to trail
I feel
off?
like, yeah, like you can zone out to this shit and just lose your mind. Preach.
All right.
Let him use you.
What is
Yeah.
that? It sounds kind of like Metallica.
Yeah, it does, and that's fine. But yeah, so they were going on. So they actually started in like the '80s, and they got famous after Kurt Cobain got famous because he was like, I fucking love the Melvins and always have, or whatever. And a lot of metalheads knew them, but so then, and this is the holy grail, my friend.
Okay.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life.
All right.
Also in the 90s, this new band emerged called Sleep, and they have this album called Holy Mountain that is the most insane, like, beautiful, dark, but easy to listen to, evil stoner metal album. Like
Evil stoner?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, just it's
We're
singing about like
sacrificing babies, and then we'll smoke a joint.
well, no, nothing like that.
Kill them all, drink their
There-
blood.
I mean,
get that adrenal
That
chrome.
sort of thing does happen, but Sleep is too intelligent to like fucking write shit like that. Like
I got my
they
voice.
combine like weed themes.
I'm not a singer.
They combine weed themes and Black Sabbath references and Pink Floyd references that are unspoken. They're just with riffs, and you know, like, oh, this is fucking Pink Floyd, and then it'll turn into death metal. It's just it's so creative. The album cover is phenomenal as well.
Get my lyrics on a hook, by the way, Charles, when we're done with this. That was a really I rocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch out, Sleep.
Sleep. I just want them to know that I love them so much, and they're still going around. And it didn't end with Holy Mountain. That was just the beginning.
How old are these
After
guys?
that, they created.
These are stoner metal guys?
Yes, and they're.
Is
I don't
that
know.
all you listen to, Aaron, is stoner metal?
Kind
It's just
of,
dudes
but
that are screaming about
I listen to stoner
bongs
metal
and
and
joints.
songs that you might hear in Tarantino movies or something, like just like 60s and 70s pop, or just psychedelic, like funkadelic. I love as well.
girl. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh my
You'll
my
be
god!
a woman
Fucking maggot brain, dude.
Soon.
I'm sorry, I get so passionate about these things.
Maggot brain. No, listen. Nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. when it
Yeah,
comes
I
to
know.
Stoner. I've never heard. I've been into all kinds of music.
Mm-hmm.
I've obviously I know who Black Sabbath is, but
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone describe it or anything as stoner metal before.
Well, welcome to the fold.
All right.
Yeah, I want this for you. I think you're ready. Yeah.
I was never not ready. I was just never
listen,
conscious of it.
so that and Sleep inspired so many bands.
What year was Sleep?
Their Holy Mountain was probably I don't know, early 90s. I like I said, I'm on a vibes based system. I don't do numbers.
I'm just curious.
But so later they released Dope Smoker, which is a 60-minute long song that is about a stoner caravan going to Jerusalem.
Is it like a jam band but for metal?
It's
like
not a
Grateful
jam,
Dead
dude.
metal?
Slow down your expectations. It's slow. It's sludgy, but it's because those guys know that we have separation anxiety, and we never want it to be over.
A 60-minute song?
Yeah. And
Oh, my
and it's a rite of passage, and but you can't go right into that. You can't just do that. You have to stop by Holy Mountain first. You have some climbing to do.
All right, so you are taking LSD and mushrooms or something about that like twice a week? You said?
Can we edit that out? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I mean, and yeah, like whatever. Yeah,
I'm just curious.
I do it often, as often as I can. And the good news is those are basically free. And it's just like yeah.
What is
I
your
don't-
life like on that? Is it like microdosing, or are you kind of tripping? Like,
Well, it depends on the day.
okay,
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not trying to like fucking fry my brain or anything, you know. Even though I think it's a myth, but but
I do too.
but I'm an artist. Like, I'm a little bit self-destructive. Just let me cook, you know.
I'm not talking you out of it. In
No,
any
no,
way.
I know. I'm talking at large, like.
Oh, fuck them.
Just to
live your
people.
life
They're
how you
here
want.
right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Not me.
No. I'm just talking
I
about like,
gotcha.
you know.
Let the man live however he wants.
Let me cook. Come on. I'm having fun.
Let Aaron
I don't want to
cook.
finish this
Yeah,
painting.
I'm painting snails. Fuck off. There's a market for it. I'm stupid.
How are you finding a market for these people? Just Instagram or like? How
Yeah, and I am such a just a whore for attention that after shows, like, if I do well, I will just stand out just waiting for people to come up and talk to me, even if I don't have merch to sell. And I just leave my notebooks out and they just like look through them.
Is there like a price tag on all of them?
No. But I start the negotiations with, you can't afford them. And I see their reaction, you know. And if they, you know, the thing is, like, I need to make money so that I can do this. Like, I have to. I hate it. And that's kind of the thing about like a lot of creative
You hate
people.
that you have to sell them?
Yeah, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, I get attached to them, and
I'm the same way.
Really?
and
Yeah.
You just want to hoard them all
yes,
and hope when you die they become history and put
so
up
there's
in
another
even
side to
museum?
that. Listen,
they're
there's
like
another
pets.
side to that.
Okay.
When I really like people, I want them so bad to like my stuff, and I want them to have my stuff so bad. I'm sitting in the room of someone that has some of my artwork.
Yeah.
That's how I've always been. I've been like, what are you doing? You don't have any of my artwork? Let me help
Okay.
you. You know?
I got you.
So if I'm talking to people at shows and stuff and they're being nice, like, there's no way, with how many things I carry in my backpack, there's no way that I'm going to let you walk away without, like, you know, having something. If I really think that you like my stuff, like,
Okay.
if you're rich and you can afford it, I want you to buy it. I really do. I want your money.
Right.
But for other people, it's just like, oh, come on.
It's a connection.
Yeah, it's
I get that, but I bet a lot of people, even like, I don't know what you take for it, but I bet the people don't mind paying for it because they're also helping you out. They know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit shouldn't be.
people don't want to give their money to
Target.
others.
Yeah.
Target all the time.
Right.
Who would?
I know the person that actually did this with their hands.
Yeah.
It's worth something. Like,
Yeah,
They
and they
shouldn't-
know
yeah.
that I need it. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think
It's
people.
great.
I don't think you should feel bad about that. I think you should be
but I operate on guilt.
lean
like,
into
that's,
it. But
I'm
you
a
need to take more
guilt-based
LSD
person.
and lean into that.
Yeah, I know.
Lean into, like, these people want to pay for this because they know they're helping me and they're getting a dope piece that they like.
Yeah. And I think about it later. I'm just like, oh, that piece is in that person's.
Yeah.
That person that was nice to me. Like, I love it.
And I like to forget about who has my art too, and then like they remind
Be
me. you know?
surprised.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
sweet
Do you
little
sell
treat.
yours
Yeah, I have been.
at shows? Like, when you're done, do you go out?
No, I
and-
haven't. I've just posted them on Instagram.
She's
so you
waiting.
sell all your stuff on Instagram.
Yeah, so far.
Okay. Is that how you started kind of posting
I'm just.
stuff?
This is just kind of a new development.
Well,
Pa-
you've
painting
been
is?
painting for a long time.
yeah, but
Let
I've
the
just-
record show. She didn't actually. When I joke about her copying off me, it's a joke. Like,
No, I understand that. I didn't think she was actually copying your style.
no, she's better than
Completely.
me. Oh fuck, she's here.
That's true.
Yeah, but
My stuff's gotten weirder though, so it has to. It's not like a. Instagram's the only place that it can sit. My feelings won't be hurt if people scroll by, type of thing.
Do you take requests or
Yeah.
is this everything? Really? What are some
Yeah.
fun little requests that you?
I just had a dude because some of my I'll show you a couple of them. I do the
yeah, I want to see your art now. Oh,
There's,
look
like,
at that.
little balloon nudes. So I've kind of just been like trying to do patchwork with ideas. Like
That's fun.
I knew I wanted to paint balloon animals, and then I just kind of made them send nudes. Like I like the patchwork of ideas. And I have a dude that this one's fun.
Can I feel this?
Yeah.
So
whatever.
what? How did you do? Is this? Why does it feel?
These are prints.
Okay.
Yeah. These were on canvas. But
okay.
like this one's
nice blood. I love it.
And this one kind of unifies everyone because it's blue. You know, it's glitter. It's got the girls in there too. It's fun.
That's dope. I like that.
And then I have poachers and Build-A-Bear. This one's that didn't get enough love. I love that one.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Every artist has that where it's just like, why didn't people see what I saw?
But that's the excitement. This is Scarbrough. These are my dogs are barking.
She constantly paints people just like standing around, like while they're standing around. She just figures it out. It's crazy.
There was one I wanted to see. Oh, did you guys see a Britney one?
Oh, here's Brittany. Yeah.
This guy I gotta see. That's my girl right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Oh, when she dropped that knives video, I was like, I had the excitement.
Yeah.
Not enough to paint it, but.
Yeah. Yeah. Great hands, by the way.
Wait,
those happened upon.
Oh,
great hands on Pee-wee.
That's another thing.
Pee-wee's so good.
Thanks.
Damn, they're all really fun.
I'm just it's fun. That's what it is. Like I do need money, but I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we came here to say is that like, please help. Not really. Like, I mean, kind of. But
how can people find your guys' stuff if they can they buy prints off your? Well, you just said Instagram.
Yeah,
so.
Instagram.
Message us on Instagram. Let's just keep it simple. I'm too stupid to figure out anything else. Just my Instagram is where I keep everything, and I look at the messages. So send me messages.
Instagram DM. Mm-hmm. Hey, Aaron, I want one of your pieces. Where will they? Do you have all your pieces just on Instagram? Like how can I see your catalog?
I have enough on there. You know, if you want to see more, I can show you. But there's just too many to. I paint so compulsively.
Do you take requests?
Not really. Like I kind of whatever. Like I've gotten to a point where
I know you used to kind of.
I'm insecure about taking other people's ideas, and not on a legal level. I steal intellectual property constantly.
I like that.
But I just make it better, so it's just like,
Is that like
they
new
can't
version
get mad.
of Van
There's
Gogh?
not a judge in this state that would convict me for what I did, like on my Hobby Lobby painting,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say though. I have a dude that's commissioning Young Thug as the Pope. And it's like, it's right up my alley.
Nice.
Now,
how can they find you, Maddie, if they wanted to?
Instagram, same. Madi Stancic.
Maddie, well, spell it out.
MadiStancic.
Slow it down. People are. Everybody, go grab a pen. Get your phone out.
With all due respect, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you gotta learn how to pimp yourself a little better than that. Real slow.
MadiStancic.
Okay, and then what's the price range people can kind of expect or look at, or is that something you can give out or no? Is it just kind of
it depends.
Hit me up and I'll.
I try to get like if it's something that I made real quickly, like in a day.
That's quick. That seems like a lot of time.
Yeah, I know, but I'm such a child. All I want, I just want food and stuff.
Okay.
I just want to cook. I don't care about money at all. Just someone please exploit me. Like, God damn, you could make a killing. I don't care. Just give me an allowance. I just don't care. But I try to get a couple $100 at minimum out of people for an original something. Okay. And then that goes way up based on the pictures in their Instagram. Try to see what I could charge.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I discriminate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But they should be okay with that, I think.
Yeah, of course. Let's be real. Those people aren't listening to this.
Yeah, maybe not. But I do collect like just like rich people who help me out. It is then that's the thing. That's our big secret. But behind a lot of artists, there's just like a bunch of, oftentimes just like guilty feeling rich people.
Ooh, I gotta find some of that.
Me too.
Well, find your own.
Is there a website we can
I'm
get
sorry,
on or something?
Janice is spoken for.
Damn. Maddie, what about you? What can kind of people...
Kind of the same thing. Just like I think about like if I'm gonna call into work today, how much money would I have made? To stay home and paint this instead.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
because sometimes you have an idea that's just like...
I call into work just to
Yeah,
paint.
you're like, oh, yeah.
Sorry, I have to paint fat nuns today.
Sorry,
Nice.
I can't go to work. I have to make money. Yeah. Yeah.
And how big do you guys, like, some of these are prints, or were they, like, bigger prints?
Well, the ones that I
Like,
want to just get out quickly, I put them on small ones just because I'm...
Do you guys have big, like,
I
wall
have-
pieces?
Yeah. Not, I mean, yeah.
have
We
some
have
big
big paintings or whatever, but
Those are fun to me.
What
Yeah.
I've been doing, because like I've been doing a lot of fucking comedy, and I'm planning on doing more. I want to get it to where like it's just Monday through Monday again. Like I'm just on stage, because that's what I have to do in order to not fall into madness.
Comedy?
So much fun.
Comedy, yeah, because otherwise I sit in my house and I stew and I binge eat, and I think about stuff that I shouldn't be thinking about. Yeah. Yeah. Just being honest.
All right, are you able to, as a stand-up comic, are you able to work Monday through Monday, even if it's just like open mics here in Kansas City? Is that an option?
Yeah, kind of. I don't go to a lot of open mics. I mean, I do like if I'm feeling like going up or something, I'll go to an open mic, and I'll go to an
You're
open
done with
mic
open mics?
and not go up. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying that. You should never be done with open mics.
Okay.
Like, never think that you're above an open mic, because you're fucking yourself out of a good time.
Right.
Like, seriously. Like, you just have to embrace how like weird it is, and just embrace that, like, you're gonna be around so many dirt bags.
Okay.
But that's what's great about it. It's just like this congregation of guys and people who just have this unbelievable need to be loved or whatever, or appreciated, and
Maddie.
it's just fun.
Maddie, you're kind of newer in so I'm sure you're probably hitting a lot more open mics up. Can you do, I mean, most days of the week? Like, what is...
Yeah, most. There's a couple. I take a couple nights off just because.
What are the best nights out there for an open micer?
Wednesday and Thursday are my favorite. The Rhino.
Was that Wednesday?
Yeah.
Where's Thursday at?
Thursday's at the club, the Comedy Club of Kansas City.
Okay. How does that work?
What do you mean?
How does the Comedy Club of Kansas City or whatever on the Thursday night? Like, you just show up,
Yeah.
put your
up.
name on the list?
Yeah. Sometimes there's like headliners before, so there's usually an audience spillover, so that's nice.
Have you gotten to meet? Do you have any comedic heroes, stand-up comedy heroes, or stand-ups that you'd love to meet that you?
Yeah, I got to. I met Annie Letterman, and I fucking love her. And
Nice.
Lisa Traeger, I got to host for her, and she was the shit. Those are big days for me. And Annie Letterman said we look alike, and I've been riding that ever since.
And Aaron, you've met a ton of people. You just opened for Sam Talent, you said?
I hosted. You
guys both got to?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's fucking.
I just, man, I'll
He's a
tell you
beast.
what. You want a little nugget?
I always want a nugget.
Well, so on Friday, this was part of the comedy festival. Like, I was tripping balls.
I like that.
Yeah. And I showed up to do my guest spot on the late show at the Sam Talent at the Comedy Club of Kansas City or whatever. And, like, I went in the green room, and there was this comic in there who, like, he's a bigger deal than me, and he was there to do a guest spot, and I had bumped him because the club owner knew I was tripping, and he thought it'd be hilarious to put me up. And I was like, well, you're goddamn right, you know. Yeah, and so I waddled into the green room.
Who did you bump?
I cannot say. I
Why?
really cannot say, because there's no reason to. It's just like I don't want to be like fucking annoying. Okay, like it's a thing.
It's a thing that you bumped him.
Yeah, well,
No,
he was
it's just
just
a thing of,
fucking
like-
with me a little bit, I think, and I don't think he meant anything by it, really. But he was just like, "So you bumped me because you're tripping," and I just had to be like, "Yeah, I don't know, I'm sorry," like, and maybe I probably acted differently.
Well, it seems like
than
you
what I'm
were
describing, but
seems like you're bigger than him. If you were able
no,
to bump
I'm
him.
not. I promise, I'm not. But
Well, this is why we want to know, is because you won't tell us.
I went on stage and I
Boo
had.
this man.
Dude, I had
Boo.
We're
Who
moving
is it?
on.
No, it
Who
was not.
is it?
We can't do that.
Who is it?
We're moving on.
Jesus Louise.
Anyway, I had a great time.
It was such a good set.
I had such a good time, dude.
Nice.
And I'll never tell you.
All right, that's fine.
But yeah. Yeah, I keep waiting for psychedelics to scare me, but they just won't. I don't know.
Well, how about Ibogaine? Have you heard of that one?
Ibogaine? No.
You got to go Central America somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like an 8 or 12 hour hell trip.
Mm-hmm.
But it helps you, like, a lot of people go for it. They have like serious addictions to like opiates
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and it really just kind of, I don't know, the devil comes
Experience
out
hell.
and
to
kicks it,
get
yeah,
out,
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and kind
Gotta
of
be
kicks
careful
all
with
that
that.
shit out of you. And then there's ayahuasca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
DMT's I don't think you'd get scared on DMT. It's
No,
so
I'm not
quick,
afraid of it. I just it hasn't presented itself to
But
me.
maybe the ayahuasca where it's like a 12-hour deep.
See, every time, like, I mean, people were like that about acid. They were like, "Oh, it's gonna fucking scare you," like, and it's like, yeah, that's the point. And also, like, just getting past the point that you are scared of it is extremely liberating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess what I would say is what I think the old heads would say is if maybe you're just not taking enough.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think that's the case.
I mean, in one dose, maybe
well,
you gotta like just.
yeah, I've done way more than the recommended dose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, maybe if I go on stage, that'll scare me, and it did. But
Okay, I
for
got one.
my first couple times doing it, it was interesting. But now I know how to time it right, so it's like, that's not gonna work either.
You don't want to go up when you're peaking.
No, well, the thing is, like, when you're on that stuff, like, the beginning of it is, like, the body high or whatever is, like, very, very intense, and I would have trouble with that, probably.
Okay.
That feels like
but if you
anxiety.
time it
Yeah.
to, like, where, like, the point in the night where you're like, this does not scare me anymore, this is pure fun, then you cannot be stopped.
Acid is a young man's game, in my opinion. Like, I did it when I was really, really young.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shit like that scares me now.
Yeah.
Like I just
Why?
I
I understand.
don't know. It just I have a real I'm a bad trip.
We have responsibilities too.
Yeah.
But I was always like that. I guess I think I'm a bit of a control freak, but I'm not like I don't want to control other people, and not that kind of control. But I just always want to have control of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
it
it's
just
kind
get
of
in my
like
head, and I fight it. I fight my
But
trips.
that's the thing. Like,
then it
Strengthens that. though,
it'll
'cause
strengthen that. Like,
It's
it'll
a workout for that.
I don't like that workout. It's
Yeah.
It's a bad trips suck.
Yeah.
They fucking suck.
They do, but I don't know. After you've done enough of them, you're like, you see it from a different perspective. You're
Almost
just
every
like,
time I've tripped, it's been a bad trip. Not every
Really?
time, but almost every time.
What were you doing?
Just being real recreational with it.
yeah,
Yeah, I've had also fun times on it. Going to 311 concerts, for instance, is a good fucking time. Going frisbee golfing all day on it.
Yeah.
Just doing a kind of a like light medium dose.
You don't want to drive on it. I
No,
don't
I
believe in
had
that.
no.
I mean, whatever. Like people can do insanely complex things while they're under the influence of LSD. But
Of
if
anything, really,
you are like in the phase of the trip where like you're feeling the body high and stuff like that, like I would absolutely no, you do not fuck with that. That's insane.
Yeah.
But you know, it's part of it was like I felt like it was making me more creative and more bold on stage, but it also like the laughs just like the laughs were like entering my body kind of and just making me feel so good. Like
You were getting like you were feeding, like literally
I was feeding
off, that
off of
energy.
it, and it was making me more bold, more and just.
Well, I wish I could do that with the podcast. I wish I could feed like live off listeners.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, record it
During
if
that
it's
shit.
you know couldn't hurt. Oh yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't hear like it's just
Dude.
some dude that's driving to work right
Yeah.
now, and he's like just has it on.
Yeah.
I don't get the immediate response.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
And
But also, I don't want to be in the car while someone's listening to my podcast.
Right.
yeah. No. That would be a little bit scary.
Yeah, you don't want
But-
to ride in a car with your comedy special on
Oh.
next to somebody.
Probably not. But I don't know. I'm kind of a narcissist.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like listening to my comedy necessarily, but I do kind of like I have adopted like the mindset that like if you don't like my comedy, I'll pray for you, but I'm not making any promises. I think it's funny.
Hey, what's the deal with you two? Are you
Yeah.
guys a thing? Are you guys dating?
No.
Are you
We're
anything?
just-
or are you
no,
guys
we're
just
just-
friends and we're just hanging out?
No,
I just had to ask. The
comics.
people might want to know if male and
yeah,
female
no.
come in together.
Yeah.
And it didn't
Just-
cross my mind till now.
Just comrades,
Nice.
Teammates,
I like that.
brotherhood.
I like
brothers, brothers.
So where is the spot in Kansas City right now? Is the Rhino a great
Here's
spot?
the
Is
truth
it-
about it. It's all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comedy festival, Fountain City Comedy Festival, was dope
Vibrant.
as fuck.
It was just
They
like-
did it right this
yeah.
year, and they did it right last year, but they did it better this year too,
Yeah.
in my
This is-
opinion.
This is a good weekend for comedy.
But it could have been just because I was having such a good time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Sam Talent was in town, and
Sam Talent was in town.
Yeah, and he stopped into the Hillsiders show and did a character. It was beautiful. It was
It
beautiful.
was hilarious.
He seems like he has fun.
Oh
he's-
yeah,
Like
that's
he
the
seems
secret.
like a fun dude.
That is
Yeah.
the secret. It's just like that guy doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love
Because
it.
I feel like he should be a lot bigger than he is.
Yeah.
And he's just not.
Well, yeah.
But he's like
He's
one.
coming.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Who are some? Have you guys, either one of you, met some comics that have came in that you're excited for, and then they kind of let you down, like some disappointing, like, oh, this dude sucks. I thought he was gonna be cool.
I don't believe in like doxing people or what. I know that's not doxing.
You don't
that's
have to say their
dramatic,
name.
but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say yes. But also,
All right. Have there ever been any that you were like, I'm not really looking forward to it, and then they blew your socks off? Or anyone that you were like, I can't wait to see him, and then they lived up to the hype? You're like, dude, this dude or this gal was like
yeah.
the best.
I can talk good about people.
Yeah, give me some good.
So I had a really good experience with Tim Dillon.
Oh, nice. That
Like a
dude's
couple years ago.
nice.
And it's funny now, like, cause like I realize now, like when I watch my sets, like I thought it was such a huge deal, you know.
You did?
Yeah. At the time, I was so delusional.
You thought you were a huge deal?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And now, like I understand that I wasn't then, and I'm not now. But I just have stopped caring, and I just like doing it so much.
Yeah.
But Tim was he was very kind throughout the weekend. He likes to talk shit. I love that.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite qualities in a person. And I feel like he was trying to teach me lessons a little bit, and they were good lessons to learn. They stuck with me, actually.
Oh,
but
nice.
I was timid, and I didn't want to upset him, so I wasn't pushy, or I wasn't being annoying about taking pictures or anything like that.
Act like you've been there before.
But we were talking about mutual friends of ours, and Tim brought up just like a guy who tends to ask for a lot of things, ask for a lot of favors or whatever, and he went on a rant about it. And it stuck with me a lot. And I've been kind of terrified to ask for favors since then. He also, we went to go get sushi, and Tim, first of all, he drove in a manner that horrified me. But
really?
Yeah, but I'm that way. I'm a little bitch in the passenger seat. I backseat drive, but in my mind, I'm saving our lives. So, but I was too scared to help with his driving. But we go to the sushi place, and he's trying to get takeout, and he's talking to the guy at the restaurant on the phone while we're outside, and he's he's repeating his order over and over again. And the fifth time, he just hangs up, and then he yells at me. He's like, "How the fuck do you live here?" And then we drove to Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Then the whole point, he was trying to eat healthy when we went to the sushi place, and I guarantee he does not remember this. But at the end of the weekend, he gave me his number, and he was like, "Dude, I like you," or whatever, and if you're ever in Austin, hit me up.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, "Dude, thank you so much." And he was like, "All right, later, Adam." Yeah. And I just I realize now, I don't know if he didn't realize that my name was Aaron, or if he was just doing that to put me in my place. And either way, it's hilarious. So, but yeah, Tim I liked a lot. He has the audacity to just be despicable, and I love that in a person so much.
If you were to go to Austin, would you hit him up?
No. I'd because earlier in the weekend he told me not to ask for favors. Yeah.
I think you're missing the point. I think his point was there's this dude that always asks for favors.
Yeah.
And you never do.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I didn't ask for a favor, but I had one done for me that I owe a big thank you to. It resulted in just a huge number of new followers.
Oh, what happened?
Let's
hold this thought. I have to pee so bad. We're back, baby. We're back from the bathroom break.
I know that's right.
He knows that's right, everybody.
All
right, where were we? Oh, you were going. Yes. You were being nice to
Tim Dillon.
No. I think we're done with Tim Dillon. I think we were going on to Blue Lives Matter types talk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Your video.
Yeah, break down the whole story. I mean, I know. I actually don't know much about it. I know you posted a joke about cops and their little pig mouths or something like that.
Well, yeah. So I have this joke, and it's my favorite joke to tell, because I've noticed that after the shows, people who are cool tell me how much they like that joke and that they're going to steal it, which is the point. I want you to steal it.
Really? You want people to steal your joke?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm heavily influenced by a System of a Down. the steal this album concept. No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I want people to. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, just fucking use it. It's good. But anyway,
can you tell the joke now? Or would that not be?
Do you? Yeah, I don't really. I feel like there's not a good way to do that without being cringe.
Okay.
But you could. Yeah, just look it up. It's gone viral.
Ooh,
is
even
the
better.
thing.
Even better.
It's a joke that involves fentanyl and a pun about fentanyl, and so it started going viral, and then I had all these fucking Blue Lives Matter bootlicking little ninnies.
Because the punchline of the joke was people could take it as a derogative statement towards police.
Well, I call them pigs. I hope it's clear my stance. I hate those guys. But here's the thing: all those little bootlicking ninnies just started crying on my comments and just like trying to come after me for my appearance, and it's just like, dude,
the real snowflakes.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing about those little boys is that whenever you talk back to them, they just crumble. One of them was bitching at me for my appearance, and then I looked at his profile and I said some things, and he changed his profile picture. So
nice.
Yeah, and they say something mean and snotty, and then they're like, "Oh fuck, he actually talks back." And then I commented just mean things about them.
Ooh, I love that.
And
love that.
And then they're like, they just have nothing every time. That no comeback. And I'm just like, how do what did you think was gonna happen? Yeah, but anyway, it just goes to show that if you don't agree with me, you're retarded, which is kind of the point.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. I want to be hated because I'll go at it with people too.
Yeah.
I will out troll a troll,
mm-hmm.
For years. I'll keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not scared. I'm not ever scared.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
You want to start a war with me? Ooh. I got a story. I have to tell it off air. Is
it that dangerous?
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a doozy.
Mm.
Oh, it's so good too. Oh, it's so good. I wish I could tell everybody, but I can't. But I'll tell you guys if you remind me when we turn the mics off.
All right.
We're the lucky ones.
Yeah. There's always got to be something you got to save for those Patreon donors,
Mm-hmm.
Put it up there.
I know that's right.
Patreon.com/NanoTalkPodcast if you don't want to donate.
That's fine.
What's up?
So
that's it? You've just been going back and forth with people online that are...
Yeah, well, a lot of them kind of have the same take on it. They're just like, well, this guy looks like he couldn't defend himself, so he needs the cops, which is like, oh my God, stop projecting, little man.
Yeah, and they've never seen you do a kickflip.
Yeah,
before.
and also, I don't call the cops. I cheat, motherfucker. It's called weaponry. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a right to carry state, bitches. Run up on them. Run up on them, people. I dare you to.
But anyway,
pow, pow!
Yeah, but they have that little take, and they think that they're the ones being tough when they're just like, they clearly just want police officers to be their daddy.
Is it usually younger, underage boys, 16, 15, 14?
No, not from what I can tell. These are
adults.
These are adults? These are adults. They're ugly, and I've said before, I just don't have time for ugly people. I apologize. And that's kind of been the, I think that they have a vision in their head. First of all, they think that I'm a liberal, which is hilarious.
Right, you're a neo-fascist.
No, I'm
just kidding.
God. I don't know.
Anarchist.
I'm something. I don't know, but I'm not a liberal. I hate like Hillary Clinton and stuff.
Good for you, as we should all.
I don't like Barack Obama either. I like like those people, like they're very good at
manipulation.
They're slimy, and they're like good at making people think that they care about poor people and whatnot. The jig's been up for a long time. Everyone knows that they're fucking horrible.
No, not everybody knows that. That's the wild thing.
Well, everyone
is crazy.
Everyone who knows how to use the internet.
No, that's the problem, because then people get stuck in these echo chambers, and you get these Hillary bubbles where it's all these people that believe everything.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look at the facts. They don't look at, like, she's the one that started Russiagate. Like, she propaganded all that. Like,
yeah.
And then you got the same Trump echo chamber. Like, these people are in a goddamn cult. Like, you couldn't put up any other Republican other than Trump, or else it's just blasphemy, and you're going against everything Republican and Trump. It's crazy. Both sides have got these crazy echo chambers.
Yeah. Which is why the only correct thing to do is to just, like, try to paint some snails.
I agree.
There's nothing we can do. They won.
Right.
Like, whatever. They won. It's
They
over.
won. I tell you,
might as well just, like, do what I'm doing, basically.
If we were all that talented, I mean, I guess we're all talented enough to take LSD every day, but we can't paint like the two of you. You guys are legit artists.
Well, here's the thing, and I should clarify. I don't, for normal people, like, and this goes without saying, but just in case it doesn't, like, don't ever behave at all like me. Like, and I am against LSD passionately. I do not.
You just want it all to yourself. I see.
No, that's not my point.
I got it.
That's not it at all, Ryan. What my point is that I need trip sitters. Like, you all can't be tripping all the time. That would be horrible. That would be dangerous for me. So yeah, do not. I cannot stress. Do not try that stuff.
Don't try this at home, kids.
I can't afford it.
You learn how to make it. That's the trick. Is it like homebrew? Like making beer?
I'm crafty.
Yeah, I just bought, speaking of that, I just went to Aldi's and I bought 5 gallons of apple cider. You can only get it this time of year. And then I like to ferment it and then carbonate it, and you got hard cider.
Wow.
And it is so good. The Aldi,
You've
specifically, I've done it. Specifically, the Aldi's apple cider that comes in those 1 gallon jugs makes the best hard cider. So good. Well, I guess you need the virgin style. Just the apple cider unfermented.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about relapsing, but
really?
Yeah, I've thought about it many times.
Because you think you can handle it now?
I'm just bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I be there when you do?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no.
I want to drink with you. There's like, I miss out on, so there's so many people I've had on the show where they're like, I used to party, I used to drink, and it was like this, and I clearly I like to drink. Yeah. And it's just, I'm like, why did you have to like ruin it like to where you can't drink anymore? I bet you were so fun. Like, I want those people like Aaron. I want like Brandon Patrick. Like, I want to get drunk with people like you guys. Like, I got to see what this fucking looks like.
You don't want to. Like,
I know. That's what you say.
And that's the problem. Like, it turns me into a demon, and
a fun demon?
Maybe to some people, but I already have trouble having any regard for other people's feelings and stuff, and I don't like that about myself. I truly don't.
Okay.
And if you add alcohol into the mix, it's just game over. It
just brings all those thoughts that you keep trapped inside this whole time.
Yeah, I cannot drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I hate that about people. There's some people like that.
I know.
That's where it gets, but it is what it is. I mean,
I know that it's fun stuff. I really do. But
look, I'm not the one that has to
don't-
deal with it the next day or the repercussions of it. It's
I don't
just like,
have
yeah,
any fucking chill.
I'm here.
I'm so embarrassed after I drink.
Really?
Oh God.
Do you go wild?
When I used to. I've settled down a little bit.
You're a young lady.
Thank
You
you.
still got plenty of years to get wild with it.
I have done enough.
You got any good stories about
Yeah, I don't like them.
What's your worst one that you're like, I can't believe this?
I don't know. They're just rough. I don't.
Come on.
No.
Come on,
No?
Maddie.
There's a reason I'm growing up. I just.
Well, you're grown up now. This was in the past.
Yeah.
What did young Maddie do that was young and dumb and like regretful, but now I've gotten past them? That'll never happen again. What will never happen again to young Maddie over here?
Oh, there's just. They're gross, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I can relate, but I do think that you're probably blowing them out of proportion in your head.
And I think that you have no idea what you're talking about.
You know how crazy you sound? I like to gaslight on air. It's a thing.
Yeah.
No.
Do you guys, Aaron, do you do a podcast?
Yeah.
What's it called? 'Cause I thought you did, but you've had like a couple. I don't know. It seems like your toes are always dipped into like how many different podcasts. Have you
Well,
had
the
by now?
longest running one is, and it's the current one, and it's never going away because the name's too good. But it's called National Prayer Breakfast.
Oh, that's still going on.
Yeah, that's still
Didn't you
going on
used to do
despite. Yeah, it used to
Okay.
be what I recorded with my ex. Which
That's why I thought it ended.
yeah, well, so it didn't because once again the name was too good, and I just had to keep it going, and it's survived somehow through my my horrible unfunny, like sad, scary depression.
And that's
and
out there for everybody to go live through. if
You
they
could
want.
go live through that, but I wouldn't. I tell you what, just anything. After I found Jesus, anything post that is good. And it's getting better and better too. So,
what is the podcast kind of like? What? Give me your elevator pitch.
dude, it's like I would say that it's sort of my virtual manifesto. That's what I've figured out that it is.
Oh,
It's
no.
just like, yeah, it's my manifesto. It's things that shouldn't be said probably sometimes.
Is it just you?
It's me and my dear friend Keith and my buddy Justin. And yeah, Justin's my roommate and my caretaker and
Your LSD
one of my
sitter?
many
Yeah.
whatever. He's just a phenomenal person, and he's a good, he's a part of the show as well. And he produces it and whatnot.
You got a podcast over there, young Maddie?
No, I don't.
No?
I popped on his. But
Yeah, she's been on. You've been on like what 3-4
I
times?
think, yeah.
You just kind of shoot the shit, talk comedy, or like what's?
Yeah, it depends on my buddy Keith is.
I was
like,
confused about it when I first saw it. I was like,
Mhm.
National Prayer Breakfast? Like, I was like, what is this? Like, because
yes, it's working. Yeah, it's not very well organized. But and it used to be different. Like we've gone through phases. Like Keith used to bring these wretched TikToks and just he would play them in front of me, and I didn't realize that. Like I didn't realize the bit that was happening, honestly. But the bit was just like me being forced to watch these terrible things and just dissociating. Like it completely made me think that I was going insane, like or that I couldn't focus on anything, like my brain was mush. And I just started dissociating, but it kind of weaned me off of television, which was good. But now I kind of strong-armed Keith, and I was like, listen, I cannot watch a single more TikTok. Like I never want to see a TikTok again. And I've just been like
TikTok's
forcing
got
him
me.
to
They
put
got
up
me.
with my antics ever since, and that's the new bit because I realized that's where we're funny is just he's a fucking hilarious person, and he should be doing stand up, He's one of the funniest people that I've ever met, but he never will do stand-up. I mean, I hope he does, but he won't. Yeah. So many people are like, oh, all my friends say that I should do stand-up, and it's like, oh, really, do they?
Yeah.
But Keith is one, and I know because I've been around stand-up comics, and I know who's funny right out the gate, and Keith would be like that.
Well,
he's a good person to riff with.
Gotta like that.
Yeah.
Nice little riffer, a Matt riffer.
Absolutely atrocious. Like, and I love that. I live for that.
Maddie, where do you want to be in a few years? Do you have any comedy goals?
I just want to be better. I just want to have more time under my belt.
That'll happen. Well, that happens.
Yeah.
But do you have any like ideas of goals? Like, I want to perform here or there, or with this.
Yeah, I want to get out. Yeah, I don't really have any names that I've got my eyes on. Just kind of. I'm just open to whatever's coming. I just want to. I want more time under my belt. That's all I want. I want to feel good.
Is there a cap of kind of how high you can get, notoriety wise, monetarily wise, in Kansas City? Is there a spot like Joe Nunnick we were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Is from here but then moved to New York. Like, is that kind of something you have to think about or want to do, or like, hey, I want to go to Austin or LA or New York or something like that? Like,
yeah,
a quote unquote bigger scene.
Yeah, I think I want fun, So whenever this stops feeling fun, that's the move. But right now, it's just good.
Kansas City's good. You
I'm
have
enjoying
fun.
It. Yeah, I love Kansas City. It's cool.
Really?
I do. I mean,
that is kind of.
I
how
love Kansas
feel.
City too, but I'm not deep in the comedy world. Like, I've talked to a bunch of comics, and I love you all.
Mm-hmm. I've kind of operated for a long time under the assumption that I'm so stupid that Kansas City is the only place where I can possibly survive. But I'm kind of rethinking those theories lately.
Brandon went to Denver.
Brandon went
Denver
to Denver to for the Uber and Lyft opportunities. And I've supported that.
Wait, can he even drive? Can he even drive?
Well, you mean because he's short?
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's some kind of loophole that he's found to
sits on a couple phone books or something.
Well, sure, yeah. I love fucking talking to that guy. Well, what else do you want to know?
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Haven't we done enough?
Well, we've done enough. We've done enough. Let's get out of here.
That's fine.
You guys got your mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling good?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling nice?
Oops, we got away with it again.
Where would be the best place to see you guys? We got your Instagrams, but
yeah.
I want to.
I want post whenever I'm coming up.
I want to laugh at you guys on stage.
Well, I mean, because of how my that viral video with the cop joke, I plan on being assassinated anytime now.
Oh, those people that talk shit aren't going to do nothing.
Well,
you can't defend yourself.
I hope they do. I don't know. I have thought about how I would like to go out, and
Is that something you worry about?
No, it's something I get excited about.
Is it something you think would be a possibility because of a joke that somebody might?
No, this is not a sincere thing.
Okay.
But I would, but in a way, like, it would be kind of nice to get assassinated,
Because then your art would be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I could finally pay people back in a way.
Your podcast would blow up. Everybody would listen to National Prayer Breakfast.
That is kind of the only way to answer for my
Joe
crimes.
Rogan would want you on, but realized, oh my God, he just got assassinated. But that's why he knows about you.
And yeah, I would obviously be dying at the hands of police, and it'd be nice to be a martyr. Me and Malcolm.
Are you ready for that? There's nothing you have to finish. There's not like one great art piece you're set on, like that you'll feel satisfied.
Oh, do you want me to show something?
Yeah, I want to
Oh,
see
yeah,
all
yeah.
your guys' art.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, of course.
You want to see? Oh, so we're gonna keep going. For some reason I thought we were winding
We can
down.
be. Well, we
I
can
don't
wind down.
care.
But give me some art.
I have time. So this is Acid Bunny.
Looks like a
which-
kangaroo bunny.
I'll tell you what I've been doing, and people say that, and it doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. But
It looks like that. It looks like that kangaroo that guy went up to and punched in the face.
right.
You remember that video?
Mm-hmm.
That's who he looks like.
Well, so this is called Acid Bunny, and here's what I've been doing. This is a notebook that I started like earlier this year when I was in the depths of hell, and during that time I just kept painting things and giving up in the middle of them, and I've been going back through there and just like I'm like, oh, I know what was wrong, and it's been therapeutic. I'm just
fun.
like regenerating myself, and a lot of them are themed like acid stuff because I'm just like, well, that's
What? How long have you been on this acid trip of yours? Like this?
You mean
When you first started, like, here I am, I'm gonna go for it and do it quite a bit.
I don't know, and it hasn't been like I don't want to give the impression that it's like been consistently like 2 times a week. Like that would be fucking insane.
Ask Shane Moss.
But like I've had a series of very, very good trips that
But like, when was
have
the
done
first
things for
one when
me.
you were like, all right,
Since July, probably. It was a week before. If you go to my YouTube and watch the Scarbrough
July,
EP.
August, September. Only 3 months we're talking.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just a baby in this journey.
Yes.
Okay.
Imagine what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. So and I get more and more bold all the time. It's scary. But it was July, like I had my first acid trip, and then a week later I opened for Jeremiah Watkins. And
Oh, yeah.
I
He's
still
from here,
didn't
right?
believe in myself at that time, but I was like, there was something about the fucking performances. I just did really fucking well. And I was telling my jokes in a way that I had never, and this was a week after my first trip. And here's what happened on that weekend. Jeremiah, who is a badass at comedy, but also with technology. Jeremiah Watkins filmed my set with his badass cameras and microphones all over the audience. 4 angles. Looks like a goddamn... It looks like cinema. And he said, hey, I'm filming your stuff. I think you're funny, and I just want to fucking...
Nice.
do this for you because I think it's going to help you out. And he did. It took him a second, but when he did, I was like, oh, fuck, this is a treasure. Like, so I uploaded it, and then I cut that into reels or whatever. And one of those reels is now the reason why, like, I'm coming up on like 2,000 new fans. Yeah, all this cool stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, Jeremiah Watkins, I owe him everything. So Acid Bunny, you get it. You kind of get it now. And this was a painting again that I did this when I was just like in the depths of hell. I started it, and it looked like stupid. It still looks stupid or whatever, but I've made it interesting.
That one depresses me.
Good.
Yeah.
So this is my neighbor's house, and you can see how like I can't. I painted this like starting out just looking at my painter's house from my patio. I'm sure they were freaked the fuck out. But yeah, I started it during that time, and I was just like I was so like I couldn't hold it together like emotionally to like stick with a painting for more than like 15 minutes at a time. And then I came back to it later when I was happy, and I just like made it more interesting, I guess. Same thing with this one. Same story. Exact same story. Yeah. Another neighbor's house. I call them, so they live at the top of the hill, and I call them the land barons.
Nice.
And I say much more offensive
Or a
things than
coral
that, but I can't. All right, so this is this is a snake. My buddy gave me a snake book to look at, and it's been refreshing to like paint things looking at it instead of looking at a screen.
Okay.
You know, it's so therapeutic to do that. Just like stop looking at a fucking screen. This is one of my Winsteads.
You love Winsteads.
Oh my god! I hope they don't sue me. Yeah, but I've sold so many Winsteads paintings, but I just keep going back to it, and I'm just like, oh,
if anything, they'll just send you a cease and desist.
And every time, it doesn't matter how little time I spend on it, it's just like people end up buying it eventually. That one's not done. We're not going to do that. Oh my god.
Oh.
I forgot about you. All right. So this is the holy grail. As far as like my mental journey this year that I've been through, this means so much to me. Because like when I was in the depths of hell, I was trying to like go on hikes and stuff, and I went to the woods, you know, and I tried going on hikes, and it just it triggered my anxiety. It made me horrified.
Really?
But it was therapeutic because I was facing my fears a little bit. Because I find the woods to be terrifying.
Getting lost or something?
Yeah. Even when I'm on a stupid trail or whatever.
I love the woods.
But yeah, so I started this drawing based on like some photos I took like when I was on these trails, and they were like they were frightening or whatever. And I painted it, or I drew them in a style that was conducive to my lack of attention and focus or whatever. But now I see that that's my fucking style. That's it, you know. And I've recently applied paint to it to just kind of like make the fears go away and just show how beautiful it is. Like, quit being a ninny. It's beautiful, you know. And this is I don't even know what I'm calling this one. Maybe Acid Forest or something. But yeah.
I like it.
That's
it's trippy forest.
Oh yeah. And this is kind of what things look like to me all the time now. Because I've trained my brain to just like see it that way.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. That's Maddie's. It's garbage. No time.
Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Elephant.
Yeah.
Boots.
Yeah. Boots. Some chickens from the VFW by my place.
All right. Well, got some good. Wow, those boots.
Are you
cool.
arted out yet?
I'm not arted out. I just don't know how many people listening to this are enjoying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Listening to us look at your paintings.
Oh.
They're phenomenal.
Well, I apologize.
No, there's nothing apologize. I asked for it. I love seeing it. I suppose
that if you're listening to this, you'll have to look me up.
Look them up. Look both these people up.
This
and
is
buy
all
their
true.
Art.
This is all
Please.
true.
Support them. I support
Mainly
them.
me. But yes,
Yeah.
if you have anything left over, give it to Maddie.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Christmas season is coming up. Buy something for a friend or a family member or yourself. Treat yourself.
Yeah. And, you know, you can hire me to paint your cat or whatever. It's going to be a weird painting. I'll tell you that.
Acid cat.
I don't compromise anymore on that shit. I'm like, I know what you want so much better than you do. You can't even fucking imagine. You're lucky I'm taking your $250. That's my attitude, but whatever.
Well, guys, this was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on. One more time with your Instagram handles. Maddie, let's start with you. Slowly. Slow.
MADISTANCIC.
Aaron.
All right. And I am at bad.aaron. That's AARON.Scarbrough. SCARBROUGH.
You guys have seen him before. He's not a newbie.
I'm fine.
I am at Neanderthal Pod on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Slide in my DMs. Anybody. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling good. All right.
Yes.
We're out of here. This was fun.
Thank you.
Yep.
Leave me the fuck alone. Neanderthal, hardest podcast in the world, you stupid ass bitch.
I started. All right, we said bye earlier, but we're going to do a special. When we were leaving, we cut the mics off. Aaron said he had a situation with a magician or something, and hasn't told me anything more. And I said, let's get that on mic. We'll do a little bonus.
Yeah. These guys were begging me to tell this story.
Yep.
Which, that's funny. One of the comments on my, not to bring it up again, but on that video was actually from a local, I guess, like, a couple-time open mic comic. And this individual said something to the effect of, like, still gatekeeping open mics, Aaron. And I was like, well, that was like years and years ago, and yes. And they their response to that was thumbs down. And
well done.
Yeah, I kind of let them have it or whatever. But one of the things, the reason I'm bringing this up is one of the things that they said was like, they were like crying. They were like, I was just a kid trying to fucking go to an open mic and you wouldn't take compliments from me. And I was like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, fucking, I still have trouble taking compliments. What do you want? Like, and then they were like, and you fucking, like, my friends all begged me to go up on stage. And I was like, okay, wait a second. I doubt it. Like, you're such a sourpuss, like, from what I can tell. Like, I don't know. Maybe they did, but if they did, it's because they fucking feel bad for you. Anyway, I keep bringing that up because, like, they started it. So, nana boo boo. So, about the magician.
Right.
Let me get to that. So the magician encounter was recent. I get booked sometimes for prestigious headlining acts such as Adult Magic Night.
I've heard of that.
I was opening for Adult Magic Night at the Improv.
Does that happen a lot? Is that magic thing
People
going on a lot?
wonder why I'm cocky. Yeah, so I showed up and I just kind of, you know how immature I am, but I kind of got the feeling that this magician was just like, gonna be a buzzkill,
Really?
which I don't stand for. And
what gave you that?
He I don't know. He's a magician. Like,
You don't think magicians can be cool?
I'm sure they can, but I don't know. I'm pretty skeptical about them.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe name a cool
And I just think it's a fun
magician.
thing to be bigoted towards.
Like David Blaine's not really cool. Like you don't really. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure that some people think he is.
Even Penn and Teller, like they're kind of arrogant.
Yeah, they're dorks, and this guy was no
Dorks, yeah.
exception. But he has no idea that he's a dork, and he like.
He made it disappear.
He was wearing, I don't know. He kept asking me if I was okay, and it's just like I just kept being like, you know.
What? He was afraid you were.
Well, I was
messed
like,
up on something?
I smoked a joint. Like I asked, one of the first things I said to him is like, "Do you want to smoke a joint?"
Oh, what did he say?
He was like, "No," or whatever.
Oh, well, that's why you thought he was a square.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, so I know I'm not coming off in a good light in this story, but he's a magician, you know. Fuck off.
I don't know. Shit
Fuck
about
off
magicians.
back to a cruise ship. I just got a vibe from him and whatever. I'm sure he's a good guy, but
Yeah.
he was like, "Do you want to know my credits for when you bring me up?" You know, and I was just like, and he was on some fucking Masters of Magic Boys or something. I don't know, some kind of network program. And his suit, like he was dressed like fucking David S. Pumpkins or something.
Who?
like that stupid Tom Hanks character from SNL with the glow-in-the-dark suit. I don't know. He looks something like that, which normally I'm a nice guy, and I like a little mischief, you know, but again, you just can't give me the wrong vibe, I guess. But he was just like a little pricked, and I was like, after the show, I was like talking to people outside, and he came up to say bye, and he was nice. He was just like, pleasure working with you, whatever. And I was like, yes, you too. And then the people I was talking to were like, did you know him before the show? And I was like, I don't fucking associate with magicians. What are you talking about? I'm not a carny. But anyway, I like him. Solid dude.
You wanted to do a bonus
You
situation.
begged me. My friends begged me to say this.
I didn't know anything about this story. You're the one that brought it up when I was like, oh, I have a situation about a magician.
Well,
and I said, is it worth bringing up and cutting the mics on? Like, well, my ego is big enough that says yes. You met a magician, and you offered him a joint, and he said no.
And I
is that what I'm getting from this story?
That. No, because I made that judgment before he refused the joint, honestly. Because I'm not a monster. You know, I don't want to come off as unlikable.
Well, there it is, everybody. Aaron Scarbrough, anti-magician. Check him out at aaron.scarbrough.something.
Yeah, and go check out that magician the next time the circus is in town.
Adult magician.
You don't magician?
I don't know anything about magician.
Oh, you said adult magician?
Adult magician.
I thought you said you don't magician.
I don't,
like, thank
and
God.
adult. I don't know anything
Thank
about...
God you're not 14. You know?
No.
You don't like Marvel movies, and you don't, which is good. You should be disillusioned by this point. What the fuck is wrong with you, Ryan?
I am disillusioned about many things, but... not a magician guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like hucksters. I don't like tricksters.
Oh, really?
I don't like being lied to. I don't like being I feel like you're just lying to me the whole time. I don't like that shit. It's like salesmen. I don't like salesmen. I don't want you to lie to me to get something over, whether it's a joke or a laugh or money. Like I'm not into that. I'm always looking like, all right, like where's the ball? Where'd you slide the ball under? Like
it does seem like with salespeople, there's like two types that actually succeed, and that is like the ones that are dumb as a box of rocks, and they just actually believe that they're doing something good. And then the other type that succeeds is the sociopath,
right? The Donald Trumps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they, the long story short, folks, is that those guys won. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's true. You just have to. We were kind of talking earlier about life situation, like higher powers or anything like that. I kind of subscribe to that. This is a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And even when I stopped believing it's a simulation, that we're in some computer world, something brings me right back in. I went to a 311 concert last week, and it just like. The music, the sounds, the lights, the environment, it just brought me there. And it was just, it's just like, we're just living in a computer. Nothing's real. We're really, nothing's real. And who knows what happens when it gets shut off. I don't know, but this is not reality.
Mm-hmm.
So
it ain't.
So live like it's,
live like
playground.
You were dying.
Yeah. Do what you want. Live your life.
Like Tim McGraw said.
I don't know country either. I'm sorry. I don't know
you
stoner
don't know.
metal, and I don't know country.
You don't know. When I talk about Tim McGraw, I'm talking about Tim McGraw, the philosopher. There's only two names in fucking music in my mind, and that is Bob Dylan and Tim McGraw.
Oh, okay. And what about Thin Lizzy?
Thin Lizzy, I can't even, I have to break character for this. Oh, dude, I've been listening to that fucking, the rocker song so much. Bipping and bopping and telling a dirty joke or two.
All right, everybody, that was the magician story. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that bonus. More magicians?
I got more. I'm kidding. No, I'm out.
We're out. Get the hell out of here, everybody. Love you all. Bye.